Aloha, this is lesson 356 from A Course in Miracles with Hope Johnson. Sickness is but another name for sin. Healing is but another name for God. The miracle is thus a call to Him. Father, you promised you would never fail to answer any call your Son might make to you. It does not matter where he is, what seems to be his problem, nor what he believes he has become. He is your Son, and you will answer him. The miracle reflects your love, and thus it answers him. Your name replaces every thought of sin, and who is sinless cannot suffer pain. Your name gives answer to your Son, because to call your name is but to call his own. And that concludes the text. Sickness is but another name for sin. Healing is but another name for God. The miracle is thus a call to him. That's lesson 356. So sickness and sin are the same misunderstanding. This lesson is removing the distinction the ego makes between bodily sickness and inner guilt. Both of these are names we give to one illusion, sickness and guilt. Both of these are names we're giving to one illusion, the belief we're separate from God. See that? Correct that belief, and the belief in separation goes too. See? Healing is another name for God. So healing isn't a process. You notice that when you seem to get sick, it seems like it's a process to get better. You have to let it play out, let's say. No, it's actually remembrance. When God is remembered, nothing unlike God can remain. Not even an illusion that you're sick. No guilt, no sickness, which are, again, the same. It's a result of the belief in separation. The belief in separation is the error. And then these are extrapolations of the same error, having different names, but really being the same thing. So healing is immediate restoration of the truth to your awareness. So a miracle does not fixate on illusion. It just dissolves illusion. Okay, it's a call from the Son of God and an answer from the Father, you can say. And really, the Son and the Father are the same. That's why the answer is immediate. But this is the meeting place. The miracle's the meeting place between the Father and the Son, only because the Son believes himself to be separate. This is the meeting place, though, where separation ends. This is the miracle. Not to fixate on the illusion, but to dissolve it. It's a call from the Son and an answer immediately from the Father. And the Father, aka God, aka love, aka healing, answers every call from the Son without any exceptions. Nothing you believe, you feel, or fear can block God's response. Even if you forgot yourself totally, God has not forgot you. So in this lesson, we're talking about God's name replacing all thoughts of sin. Because the mind that calls to God is calling for its own innocence. It's calling on the truth. The truth is your innocence. I'll give you a little bit of an example. I seem to be staying in an electric house, and the belief in my mind, apparently, because I'm getting the manifestations, is that an electric house is not that good for you. It irradiates your body. Of course, none of that is true. So all I do is recognize that that thought is not true. That's a thought of separation extrapolated to make it seem like there's a threat, and it seems to be the house I'm staying with. Immediately all symptoms of the house being some kind of threat to my body disappear. Okay, I could hold on to that belief and keep it going and blame symptoms on it. Or if I seem to see a symptom, the symptom that I seemed to see was some kind of restlessness. I just got a sense that I was being irradiated. And upon recognizing, no, that's just my mind. It's making everything up based on the thought of separation, sense of peace comes back. And that's really miracle working, right? That's just one example of miracle working. So to call on God's name is to call your own. Your identity gets restored to you. See that? Not by striving for anything, not by doing more spiritual practice or anything like that. You don't need to meditate more. You can if it feels good. It's just that it's not doing anything compared to recognizing when you're believing in illusion and that's a meaningless thought so that you're free immediately. This is like meditation to the 100th power or something like that. So your identity gets restored immediately. That's what you're looking for. You recognizing who you are in complete innocence. So this returns to you the awareness of your sovereignty, of your eternal safety, wholeness, everything. Makes sickness actually impossible because your mind is remembering its holiness. Even when I get the perception someone else is sick, I just recognize their holiness for them. I may not say anything to them because it may not be the right thing. And, when it comes to that, it's just a matter of whatever feels the most joyful. It feels really joyful. It might seem a little scary too, but you get to know a certain sensation that arises when it means it's time to speak. And also you can tell when it's time to be quiet just by recognizing different sensations, trial and error, just watching. Remember, you're never doing anything wrong. You're just watching and you're noticing what feels good, right? What feels in alignment with truth. That's the kind of good I'm talking about. I'm not talking about ego pleasure, but what feels in alignment with truth. This is an inspired feeling. This doesn't have anything to do with getting anything in the world. It's more of a giving of what's true, giving of what's holy, which you receive immediately. So today we're calling to God and basically calling to ourself, capital S self, so that we receive the healing answer instantly. And if you're dealing with some symptoms and the symptoms seem to persist, that's okay. You keep practicing with each thought that arises. By practicing, I mean bring those thoughts to the truth. Recognize them in the light of truth. Look on them with reason. If it's a guilty thought, sick is guilt. Right? Another example, let's say you seem to be getting a sore throat and you go, it's because I was out playing a sport last night and it was too cold. Not true. Do not blame your symptom on anything that happened before. All that does is reinforce guilt. No, the symptom is projected right now and it's actually the same as guilt. And its root is a thought of separation, which you're aiming to undo, and you will be successful. It's just a matter of time if you will consistently do this. And even if it's inconsistent, you just keep on going back to it. Over time, you'll get to it and you'll see more and more, and you'll know for sure you're not susceptible to any sickness. You'll laugh at stuff like that. So if you're looking for a simple practice for the day, AM alignment, talk to God. Father, your name replaces every thought of sin. That's beautiful. You promised that you would never fail to answer your son, and he doesn't. In fact, he and the son are one. Once again, it's just this belief in separation. We're undoing the belief in separation. Let your mind feel how this substitution, your name replaces every thought of sin. That's a substitution. See that? The substitution is undoing all your illusions of harm. susceptibility to harm, okay? And throughout the day, whenever there's seems to be a lack of joy, a lack of contentment and purpose, discomfort, tension, emotional distress, anything like that, what am I calling on right now? Am I calling on fear or am I calling on God? Then choose healing. Healing, again, is another name for God. I choose healing is the same as I choose God, right? And in the evening, review your day. Look on it with compassion. Where did you accept God's answer? And where did you momentarily believe in sickness or guilt? Just look on it with compassion. Notice what you want. See, when you acknowledge even one moment of being willing, that's healing. That's it. You just notice. Where did you choose healing? And notice with compassion, where did you choose sickness or guilt? They're really the same thing. And just doing that is so powerful. And doing it with sweetness toward yourself. Like, oh, I screwed that up. You're not screwing anything up. You're cleaning your vision. You're clearing the cobwebs from your eyes, so to speak. Healing is just natural when you remember this. Sickness equals belief in separation, which is the same as guilt. These are effects of belief in separation. Sickness is just another form of guilt. Healing equals remembrance of God. The miracle is the bridge between the two. That's establishing that you're dreaming. That's the bridge between the two. I'm going to say that again because I feel it's important. Sickness, same as guilt, equals belief in separation. Healing equals remembrance of God. The miracle is the bridge between the two because it's establishing that what you're thinking that's a sick thought is not true. See that? See how it's a bridge back to God. Remembrance of truth. So every time you call on God like this, you're reinforcing the truth that you are still as He created you. This means you cannot be sick. The mind, your mind, learns to trust the miracle and then expect it and then live from it. That's what this training is for. Such a blessing. I love it. And in that expectation, that new expectation, sickness and sin have no meaning. They totally lose their meaning. That meaning is replaced by certainty that love is present, always answering and always here. So, twice a day and every hour, and whenever it's necessary. Sickness is but another name for sin. Healing is but another name for God. The miracle is thus a call to Him. Have a beautiful remembrance. I love you.